Welcome back to Miami and welcome to qualifying. Only raw speed will separate these drivers today, but the question is, who's got what it takes to get pole?
Radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Here's a quick position rundown for you. The top five are the fastest lap at the moment, 1:28.3. Leclerc, Piastri, Tsunoda, Albon and Russell. So, just ahead of us in this session at the moment are Behrman, Hulkenberg and Alonso. And just behind us are
And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend, so we'll see you all tomorrow. It's wet here today and we're expecting those downpours to continue. This will make for a difficult sprint for all the teams. Well, it's certainly not sunny here in the Sunshine State. A lap of the Miami Grand Prix features 19 corners and 3.36 miles of track around the Hard Rock Stadium. But these conditions should prove especially difficult for all of our drivers today. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole. And Max Verstappen lines up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Piastri, Tsunoda, Alex Albon, and Hamilton, Russell, Lawson, Sainz, and Pierre Gasly, Behrman, Doohan, Nico Hulkenberg, and Fernando Alonso, Antonelli, Norris, Lance Stroll, and Gabriel Bortoleto. Ocon and Isaac Hadjar rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint. Well, it's been a long time since I last worked with you. Good to see you again today. Anthony Davidson. Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not much rest on show in the sprint format today, there's definitely a change to what we're usually seeing on the track. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
okay, let's have a comms check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
We don't currently have the data for that request. They're on a fresh set of inters. They're in fourth. Okay, not the best placement there, mate. Let's try and get a good launch as the race starts. Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights. Keep on him, he might make a mistake. Okay, we want you to pit this lap, so push now, push.
Yeah.
"13 laps of fuel remaining." Conditions look stable at the moment, no rain currently expected. Okay, not sure whether dries or inters are faster, we're right on the crossover. Pitting this lap then, come into the pits at the end of this lap. Okay, let's go now, come on. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online. Currently P11, currently P11. Our gap to first place, 20.3 seconds. Alonso's ahead of you. Okay, gap to the car in front, 2.7 seconds. They're on a fresh set of inters. Ocon's behind you, less than a second separates you. They're on a fresh set of inters. Look after these tyres now, we want to finish the race on this compound. Car ahead's coming to fit the mediums. Car ahead now running medium tyres. And that's 11 laps of fuel remaining. So your ERS is running a bit low. Look into changing your ERS mode in the MFD for a more conservative burn rate, or you might want to try some lifting or gentle braking to recharge. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Just a reminder, we're critical on fuel, probably a lap or so short. We don't need to risk a DNF chasing records, so let's think about starting to conserve fuel, maybe lifting early into the corners. And that's 8 laps of fuel remaining. Just so you know, we're getting some strange readings from a couple of the sensors. I don't think you need to be worried, just some bad data, so keep doing what you're doing. I'll let you know if we notice any genuine problems. The pace is strong, but be aware these tyres need to go the distance. Okay, you're sat in P2. Leclerc is ahead of you. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on old mediums. Piastri's behind you now. They're on old mediums. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap. Okay, final lap. Let's go. Final lap. Leclerc ahead, less than a second separates you. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 11 laps old now, and the time last lap, 1 minute 31.6. Okay, we're dropping back by around 4/10 a lap. Give it everything you got.
Yes. Oh, nice race. Oh, well done. I think we managed that really well, guys. Super happy.
Well, that's an end to the sprint action. Next up, we'll set the grid for the Grand Prix. So we'll see you next time.